Hello viewers, welcome to Sql Server 2019. In this video, I'll show you how to install Sql Server 2019. Do you really need it? Here is the top 10 reasons to choose Sql Server 2019. Number 1. Open source Spark, Big Data and HDFS are now available under Sql Server. Number 2. AI capable Sql Server. Number 3. Data virtualization. Number 4. Interactive data visualization with Power BI and Report Server. Number 5. Real-time analytics. Number 6. Automatically tune SQL Server query performance. Number 7. Reduce database maintenance and increase business uptime. Number 8. New security layers to protect your data. Number 9. SQL Server now support new compliance rules like GDPR. Number 10. SQL Server is all data solution in one box. It can run on Windows, Linux and containers like Docker. To explore or use all those features, you have to install Sql Server 2019. To install Sql Server 2019, go to Microsoft website and download installer. Click download now to go download options page. Click choose your installation setup under Windows. You have to fill up this form to continue. Download and run setup utility. You can start installation directly from here or download media. I like to download media first. Select media type ISO and download location. Download size is over 1.5 GB, so it will take some time according to your internet speed. I have already downloaded and mounted it to my PC. Here is the setup exe. You can choose edition under specify a free edition. You can select evaluation or developer version. Both are fully functional. All features of Sql Server 2019 are available under evaluation and developer edition. Express edition is free to use with limited functionality. If you have product key, enter the product key here. I'm going to install developer edition because it is free to use and it has no time restriction, but you should not use it in production environment. Accept the license terms and privacy statement. You should check update, it is recommended. I am not checking it because I have downloaded latest version, but you should. Sql Server 2019 is a very large software. You should install features according to your need. Our main goal is to test all features of Sql Server 2019, so we will install all features. You should always select different directory for Sql Server because it may require a huge amount of space due to log and other features. Give an instance name. You can type whatever you want. You can select default instance also. Sql Server agent should be automatic. It is required for various scheduled tasks. Select Max Mode and give a password for SA user. Max Mode support both Sql Server authentication and Windows authentication. It is ideal for any type of network environment. Windows authentication works best with Active Directory and domain environment. Specify Sql Server administrator account at current user. Finally, click install to start installation process. It will take some time according to your computer speed and features you have selected. Installation completed successfully. SQL Server Management Studio, in short SSMS, is an integrated environment for managing SQL Server graphically. SSMS provides tools to configure, monitor, and administer instances of SQL. You can design, query, and manage database on your local computer or in the cloud. SSMS is a free software. You can download it from Microsoft website. Simply search on Google. You will get the link and the first page. Click there. And here is the Microsoft documentation page for SQL Server Management Studio. In first place, you are watching 17.9. It is actually for SQL Server 2017, but we need to install SQL Server Management Studio for SQL 2019. So SSMS 18.0 is actually built for SQL Server 2019. So click this link to start download. Download has been started. It is a very big software, 456 megabyte. So it will take time according to your internet speed. Download complete. Double click to run installer. There are no installation options, so simply wait for completion. Installation complete. Click restart to reboot your computer. Under start menu, you will find this icon, SQL Server Management Studio version 18.0. It's loading. Okay, we're using Windows authentication. Connect. Now we are in SQL Server Management Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to virtualize Oracle database in SQL Server 2019. Here are the topics we are going to cover in this tutorial. Complete these steps, you have to install SQL Server Management Studio and Azure Data Studio first. Please view my previous videos about SQL Server 2019 to understand installation process of SSMS and Azure Data Studio. Run SQL Server installer and select Polybase options to install it. Installation is complete, but Polybase is not enabled by default. Run this SQL statement to enable it. Second statement is for confirmation only. One means Polybase is enabled. Polybase service must run under SQL Server Configuration Manager. Before running it, you have to enable TCP/IP under SQL Server Network Configuration. Then restart SQL Server service. Finally, start Polybase services. Database virtualization is actually linked tables from external database. SQL Server 2019 extension need to be installed in Azure Data Studio. External table wizard enable us to configure external tables graphically. Click install to start download. Browse the extension file to add it in the Azure Data Studio. Installation complete. Create external table is available now. Now we are fully ready to configure external table. Right click on DemoDB and select Create External Table. I have created DemoDB for this illustration, but you can use your own database, whatever you like. You can change target database from here. You have to select source database, SQL Server or Oracle. I am selecting Oracle. Set a complex master key password. Type the external data source name. Type source database name or IP address with port number. In database name field, type Oracle TNS name. Type anything here as a new credential name. Click here to expand database objects. Select necessary objects or tables you want to virtualize. Click Next. Then click Create to complete the wizard. External table successfully created. Let's open SQL Server Management Studio to view external tables. Expand DemoDB. Under Table, you will find external tables. Here is our two tables. We have virtualized them from Oracle database. We can use it as like a local table. Right click on the table and try to retrieve 1000 rows. So our virtualized table has successfully retrieved data from Oracle physical server. Today I'm going to introduce you Azure Data Studio. It is a modern cross-platform database management tools. First, log into SQL Server Management Studio for 2019. If you have not installed yet, please view my previous video about installation of SQL Server 2019 and SQL Server Management Studio. Then run SQL Server Management Studio, go to Tools. Here you find the Azure Data Studio. I have not installed Azure Data Studio yet, so it is automatically redirect me to the download page for Azure Data Studio. It is a completely new and free tools to manage SQL Server as Management Studio. Maybe it's better than Management Studio. It is a cross-platform tool, so you can find installer for Windows, Mac, Linux. I'm gonna download installer for Windows. Here's the downloaded file. Accepting license agreement and changing the default directory because I have not enough space in C drive. It is not a very big software, so it will complete installation within a few minutes. You can launch Azure Data Studio from SQL Server Management Studio under Tools menu, or you can directly launch it from Start menu. First you have to connect your server name. I am using Windows Authentication. Click Connect. It's almost look like Management Studio as a database folder, security folder, or server projects. And this one is dashboard. It is a new concept actually. There are some other tabs. Dashboard, the tax history, open editors. The editors are opened here, also listed here vertically. Extension Marketplace. It is a very cool feature. You can download and install necessary extension to extend the capability of Azure Data Studio. Now I'm going to execute a simple query to explore the functionality of SQL Server Management Studio and Azure Data Studio. First, SQL Server Management Studio. To do that, you have to click here, New Query, change the default database. Here is the simple query. I am executing it. I got the result here. I'm going to change order quantity with price to check the autocomplete functionality of SSMS. Let's do something in Azure Data Studio. Right click on blank space and select new file. Paste the query. Click Run to show the result set. Now I'm going to change the query a little bit. So both editor has autocomplete feature. Let's do another test, first in SSMS. I want to group buyer columns and some of the price column. I can do it typing the code here, or I can select design query in editor to do it graphically. Right click on editor, add group by, and this section select sum and change expire 1 to original column name price. So necessary code is generated by the editor itself. Now I got summarized result. Let's do it in the Azure Data Studio. Right clicking on it, but there is no graphical editor in Azure Data Studio. So I have to type everything here to get the result. But it is not the perfect solution. But it can present data as a graph. This is a very new and cool feature in Azure Data Studio. It is not available in SSMS yet. Personally, I like graphical query builder. It is more productive tool than the graph. That's all for today. If you have any question, please comment below, and please subscribe to my channel to stay connected.